Welcome. Welcome, everyone, to the Center for Spiritual Living Bellingham. Welcome to the folks here in the sanctuary. Welcome to folks who are watching online. We are so happy to have you with us today. What a joyful day we have in store for you and the AGM, the annual general meetings today. A lot of great stuff going up. Dr. Bob is with us for this Sunday. So my name is Ronna Biggs, and I'm a practitioner and an adjunct board member, and happy to be your service host today. So let's kick off with some music.
Yes, and if you're able and willing and you want to stand up, we'll sing into this day together. In the name of love, with the heart of grace, overflow in us, decorate this place, as it is below, so it is above. May we always stand in the name of love. This morning. Thanks for singing along. Take a minute to greet some of those faces out there. welcome here. All right. Well, we have our wonderful teachers up here at the stage. If there are any kiddos here with us today, we're going to come up to the stage, and we're going to sing you out to this beautiful, sunshiny morning. We're going to sing Hooray for the World. We're glad to be on it. Hooray for the world. I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world. I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world. It's a special place. Got Mother Nature and the human race. The world's got trees and bumblebees, rivers and lakes and the open seas, mountains and valleys and animals too, and a sun that shines on me and you. Hooray for the world. I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world. I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world. It's a special place. Got Mother Nature and the human race. We got Mother Nature and the human race.
Hey, aren't they wonderful? Fabulous. Fabulous, aren't they? Hi, I am Michael Tetlock. I'm your practitioner of the day. And we have a slide, since I always forget all the things that I'm supposed to tell you, so they wrote it all down for me. So just look at the slide, and that'll tell you all the ways that you can access prayer from the practitioners. If you see us wearing one of these, we're available for prayer today. Like Kit has one. Kit has one. Oh, Mary has one. Sorry, I needed to scan this way to get that, but didn't. Anyway, so these are all the different ways you can do it. If you want to go online, you can go online. If you want to write a prayer back there, you can put it in the prayer vessel back there. Somebody will get it and give you a prayer. So a variety of different ways. So everybody just take a moment, take a nice deep breath. Relax. Just relax into this moment, because in this moment, there's only one power, one presence, one loving energy that flows through us and to us and around us and lifts us up so that we celebrate the day. And as we celebrate today, there's so many different elements that come together to add to the celebration, to add to this propulsion as we rise. We have Dr. Bob's speech, we have the fabulous band and the music, we have the streaming team, we have all the volunteers that help make this a beautiful moment. And I know that as we rise, we become this beacon of light that shines out into the world. It shines love, it shines compassion, it shines inclusiveness, but most of all, it's always love. And I declare that to be good, because there's good and more good always available to us. And from that, I just have to simply say, and so it is.
To the wisdom of this body, and I am honoring the balance that exists in all things. I am listening to the wisdom of this body, and I am honoring that exists in all. I am listening. I am listening to the wisdom of this body, and I am honoring the balance balance that exists in all things. Slow my step, move with grace through each breath. I'll find my way. I am listening to the wisdom of this body, and I am honoring the balance that exists in all things. I am listening to the wisdom of this body, and I am honoring the balance that exists in all things. Slow my step, move with grace through each breath. I'll find my way. Find my way. Slow my step, move with grace through each breath. I'll find my way. I am listening. I am listening to the wisdom of this body, and I am honoring the balance that exists in all things. I am listening to the wisdom of this body, and I am honoring the balance that exists in all things. The balance that exists in all things. The balance that exists. Well, I brought a song this morning that I did a couple years ago, and it just is a nice, like, I don't know, honey. Just like imagine like honey pouring on yourself in like a really warm, luscious way. Maybe honey isn't the right thing for you. Maybe that sounds too sticky and weird, but this song is just a beautiful offering. It's called Rooted, and it's just really about, to me, about being present and knowing my value and my worth and feeling really rooted in this earth right here, right now. Plant your feet upon the earth. Know your value, know your worth. Take a breath that's long and deep. You're carried by the ground beneath. Feel the sunshine on your skin. A lotus flower blossoming. Your journey is your offering. You are here for a reason. Send your roots down through the dirt, anchoring you through the hurt. With every breath, lengthen your spine, reaching steady towards the light. Sunshine on your skin. Turn up the wiser voice within. Your story is your offering. You are here for a reason. The sunshine on your skin. Turn up the wiser voice within. Your story is your offering. You are here for a reason. Your story is your offering. You are here for a reason.
You did it again. Man, you've been reading my diary. Or maybe I just am a little more universally connected with that, like everybody else. Wow, that is just beautiful. I love that song. I can't remember the first time I heard it, but what I remember about it most was just how, the more I listened to it, the more grounded and earthbound and skybound and free I felt. Because, you know, the only real offering we have, we talk about making offerings, we don't so much, but other religions talk about making offerings to God, and they used to sacrifice stuff and burn things and do all that. We don't do sacrifices so much anymore, and we sure don't burn things, but we do sometimes get this idea we should be giving more. And the giving we give to God, the most powerful thing we can give to life, to God, to whatever, is our story. It's what we choose to do with the time we have. You know, we have this great gift of life. And some would say once that's given, we've got it all. We don't really need to ask for much else, because it's given and it's given and it's given every time we take a breath and every time we move. Then it becomes our story. What we do with that, how we live it, that becomes our prayer, that becomes our celebration, that becomes that which we bring to life and to God. God with not the God up there or off away from us, but the God that is in everything we are, everything we do. The God that holds this building together, that grows the grass, that brings the sunshine, all of those wonderful things. That's the one we get to celebrate and be part of. Wow. And today, surprise, we're going to talk about your story. Where are you going? Where are you going? We've been talking about that a little bit. This makes actually halfway through my contract time with you guys. And I was in some grief this week thinking about, I just get attached. I got to let go. Well, that's going to be interesting. I promise not to sabotage your next minister by not letting you come. I'm going to do everything I can to help you find that right person, knowing that right person is already on the way. But in the meantime, know what an amazing, beloved community you are from the get-go. You really are. I am the envy of the other interim ministers in our movement because I got to come here. I don't brag about it too much. We talk about where we're going, what we're doing. We all probably come from a background where we did 5-year plans. Anybody do 5-year plans? Anybody do 10-year plans? Anybody doing a 5-year plan now? 5-minute plan, maybe? Because we don't know what's going to happen next. We never did. We used to fool ourselves into thinking we did know. We didn't know then. It's just finally coming to the surface that we really didn't know, but now we really do not know, so we don't get to do that kind of long-term planning. And we're in kind of a wait and see. So, people are responding to this in different ways. One of those ways is to double down on the planning. And if it's not in the plan, we ain't doing it. You can't talk to me about it. It's not there. It's not in the box. Then other people take a little bit more like what I do. And let's just wait and see. That's really fine if you're living by yourself on an island. It's a little harder when you're trying to work with a community that's accustomed to knowing what's happening next. I apologize to all of you who are in leadership. I used to call that procrastination. Now I'm just calling it waiting for the right moment. I'm trying. I'm working on it. And then some only just look at, well, what could be better? How can we use this fertile time to do something better with ourselves? And you hear a lot of phrases now like, trust the process. Anybody sick of that one? Yeah. Which process? Who's in charge of the process? Last week we talked about one of the ways through this, which is listening to that still voice of silence within us. The quiet voice of truth that comes forward in a whisper. I'll tell you who's in charge of the process. You are. The divine spirit within each of us is in charge of the process. So when we say trust the process, yeah, trust it. Not the one somebody else has outlined for you out there, but the one that is alive and well within you. So where are you going? Well, you can talk about this all you want to, but sometimes I feel like I'm just running around in circles. Anybody else? Any other circles in here? Yeah, I see a few. Okay. Well, you are, Blanche. Anybody under 50 probably doesn't know that reference, but that's okay. You really are. You are running around in circles. You're on a planet that's circling this way, going around the sun this way at the same time, and that sun is going around not a solar system, but going around a whole galaxy that's swirling around a whole other set of galaxies that's swirling around an entire universe at speeds that we can't even comprehend. You are running around in circles. It's a wonder any of us are sane when you think about it. But what that means is when it looks like things are the same again. You know that deal where you worked and worked and worked on an issue, and then you think it's all healed and taken care of, and you get on with your life, and the next thing you know, there it is again. Like, where did you come from? I solved my issue with attracting the wrong persons into my life. And here you are again. But not exactly. It's always a little better version because you're never at the same place in the universe again that you were when you had that issue before, whatever the issue is. So we are running around in circles. And every time we pass something that is nearby, it's really spirals that we're doing. We're traveling through time and space in these great spirals. So we're never exactly back where we were, even when sometimes it looks like it. It's a pretty amazing thing. 3,500 years ago, the Upanishads, which were the precursor to Hinduism in the ancient Eastern texts, came up with an illustration to give us some guidance and to give us some direction for movement through this spiraling world we live in, and how to move toward the place we want to go, and how to always be going in the correct direction for that. And it's called the coach to everywhere. And there'll be a slide up there. There it is. Ignore the bad artwork. That's mine. I wasn't planning to put this on the screen when I wrote all of that. The Upanishads talk about we are all traveling through life, and we are not singularities. We are a cluster of beingness, a cluster of consciousness. And who we are and what we are in our main body is to think about yourself as a body, a physical body, and an energetic body. That is our coach. And as the coach moves through time, the coach is guided and directed by your spiritual self, your master self. That little guy down there is hanging out the window and with a big heart in the middle of his chest, or her chest. Because that heart symbolizes the universal presence of spirit, all that God is. And that part of you, that perfect divine spirituality within you, is directing your life. That's why you can trust the process, because you're directing it, you're moving it. And it's doing it through, you see the lightning bolt. The lightning bolt is from the heart of the infinite within you to the brain, to the mind. That lightning bolt is your intuition. It's your awareness. It's your knowing. So there's a part of you that knows what spirit wants and directs it to the mind, and the mind is in charge of then moving your whole self through life as life moves through you. It's pretty wonderful. You know? And then you look and you say, oh my goodness, but who's sitting up there in the coach? That's the mind. Your mind controls, decides where to go. Who's pulling this thing? Your emotions. Anybody ever feel like your emotions just flat out run away? Your mind doesn't have any control whatsoever? And you just got to really pull on the reins to get it back into control? Or you get so in control, your emotions can't even go anywhere. They just kind of go, ah. We have to balance those. We learn how to use all of ourself together. Our mind, our emotions. Our emotions are a picture of what we really believe, by the way. What you really, really believe in your heart of hearts, what your faith is, what your ideas are, really informs what your emotions feel and look like. So you can learn from that. Then you have these other characters, and these are the people I really like. You can barely see a little one up there in the red in the back seat of the coach. Got a passenger. That's my passenger that does right timing instead of procrastination. That's my passenger that says, oh, Bob, you have no business talking to these people. Who the heck do you think you are, flying all across the country, standing up here trying to tell them anything reasonable? That little voice back there. Yeah, you all got him. You know who I'm talking about. Sometimes it may sound like your mama's voice or your papa's voice or your teacher's voice, but it's your voice. Regardless, it's still there. It's that voice in you. And it's a passenger. And it's just sitting back there waiting to be loved, waiting to be recognized and honored. And if you don't, it's going to give you a lot of trouble. Now, I don't know about you, but I sometimes deny that I have any of that. I'm fine. Nothing wrong with me. No healing, no growth to do. Does that ever happen? Mm-hmm. And then what happens? Instead of being in the carriage behind you, they show up in your next door neighbor or walking in the door and saying hello. We teach practitioners, if there's an issue you haven't dealt with that's within your consciousness, they're going to walk in and sit down and ask for a treatment. Happens every time. Again and again and again. Until you get it. Until you address that part of you. So your life is moving in this great circle, and you see it's a circle. And it's a circle towards great wonders and powers and prosperity and joy and great struggles and difficulties when we get off the path. And what you can see from that is the path gets more narrow the longer you are willing to work it. And that's annoying. Because that means I can't tolerate dishonesty in myself nearly as well as I used to. You know? You practice this for a while, and you get to the point where you realize, but that's not nearly so bad as the little white lie I told last time, but it feels worse. It feels worse because it's narrow. It's getting more narrow. And you're all going in the same direction towards the same place with the same purpose. And that is we're all going home. We're all going back to spirit. We're all going back to the truth of God that's within us. And all of our journeying and all of our seeking and all of our planning and all of our looking and doing and enjoying and celebrating and all the goodness of life is simply about this swirling, spiraling journey back to ourselves. I don't remember who I first heard say it, but if I remember J. Scott Neal, who was a religious science minister, saying many times, if your spirituality doesn't take you back to yourself, it's the wrong one. If it takes you out there somewhere, away from yourself, to blaming, to whatever you want to put responsibility to, it's the wrong one. The right one brings us back to our hearts, brings us back to ourselves. Because there's where we have the power to do something. There's where we have the power to create. Doesn't mean we don't love all those other things around us, but it starts from the center and goes out. Goes out. Would you hand me that bottle? The most important part of all of this, thank you so much, I should have brought it, is that all of this is how we're living. You're living it this way whether you plan to or not. So you might as well get on board and, practice what works, And the most important part of it is the one solution to all of the challenges that come, to the horses running away, to the mind taking too much control, to things getting out of balance, is love. Simplistic, perhaps, but I'm talking about real love. I'm not talking about, oh yeah, love, okay. I'm talking about really taking some time and thinking about it. I love that first song about listening to your body. If I'd listened to my body, I'd have gone slower last weekend when I got here. I might not have been sick all week. Might have. I don't know what, anyway. But listening to my body, I learned all week to be really quiet and get still and slow down. Ask for water when I needed it. Thank you very much. This is a giving community. There are people all around who will support you in what you need. But we have to listen for it and ask for it. That's love. Did you know it's more loving to ask for help than not to when you need it? Oh, no. I'm a guy. We don't do that. We don't ask for directions. Thank God for these things. We don't have to anymore, right? I can get there. I know where the sun sets. I can head west or east or north. That's not very loving to ourselves or to the people around us. We are made to be in community, to love each other, to support each other. And that's why I keep bragging about you guys, because you do it so beautifully. In all kinds of groups and systems and organizations within the organization here. It's really, really awesome and wonderful. But I want to encourage us to not only do it with each other, but to remember to do it for ourselves. And if you've got a passenger that's giving you heck, I'm trying to behave, love them. They're there for a reason. See, one of the things I learned growing up was that once you got something finished and put it out there, then everybody else in the family could tear it apart. Somebody else recognized that. I heard that laugh. You know what that meant? That meant I better not put it out there too soon because I needed to protect myself. So that passenger back there about not getting things done ahead of time or too soon was a passenger that saved my behind several times. So I love that part of me. It's done enough. I'm over with it now. It can stop. I can love it right up into the becoming one with the spirit within me and move forward and plan and do things and take care of things on time. Does that make sense? Are you following what I'm saying? All of those passengers are like that. They didn't just land there because they're bad or because you're bad. They got in your back seat because they somehow had served you in some way. And so as we learn to love them for what they gave us and celebrate them, they begin to sparkle, they begin to shine, and they begin to become part of that central you that you really are. It's called integration in psychology. You integrate all of that part of yourself. You know? It's an idealistic picture, perhaps. But it's a picture that for me is really powerful because it means no matter where I am, I know I'm on the road. I'm always heading in the right direction because I'm always headed for home. Home in my heart, home with my family, home with my chosen family, wherever it may be at a given time. Home with peace and harmony within me. That's a pretty cool way to live. So when next time someone around here asks you or someone asks you, so where are you going? You know your answer, going home. That doesn't mean you're going home to heaven, you're going to die soon. That's not what I'm saying. I see some of you old folks out there looking at me. I'm not talking about that. That might be true, but that's not what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's home to ourselves because that's all we got in the end. We come in here naked and screaming, and we go out naked and sometimes screaming, you know. It's the same thing. And sometimes we reach that point where we don't know what's next. We can trust that divine within us, that heart that we're walking towards always, to know for us. Which leads me to my favorite quote ever. When I come to the end of the light I have known, and I step forward into the darkness, my faith tells me my foot will either find solid ground or I will fly. Come fly with me. So join me, if you will, in knowing deep within each one of us, in our hearts of hearts, we are one. We are the one that is the only one. Each individually a pinnacle of the power and goodness of God individualized, of spirit individualized. We are living in this amazing universe of consciousness where all of our individual desires and needs and wants and requirements are harmonized together in some way that we can't comprehend, and yet it works. We need a drink of water and one shows up. The harmony is there. One person's desires, another person's wish to give. So in this oneness and in this truth and in this depth, I can just relax. I can let go of my striving, my trying, my wishing, and I can step instead into the full relaxation. The universe lies in smiling repose, said Emerson. I join that. I let myself relax into the power of God that is in me, as me, through me, right here, now, and always. And I can just breathe. With deep gratitude, with a heart filled with love, I release this moment, looking forward to the next moment, the next spot in the spiral. I let it be, and so it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bob. Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful message. And so thank you all. At this time, I'd like to invite the ushers to come forward for our offertory. And thank you so much for the gifts that you give, whether you're giving today or through the Auto Pledge program. All of that is just, it adds to our community in so many ways. So thank you.
I may not know every step to where I'm going. I may not know every step to where I'm going. I may not know every step to where I'm going. But I will find my way. Yes, I will find my way. I will find my way. Yes, I will find my way. I may not know every step to where I'm going. I may not know every step to where I'm going. I may not know every step to where I'm going. I may not know every step to where I'm going. I will find my way. Yes, I will find my way. I will find my way. Yes, I will find my way. I will find my way. I will find my way. Yes, I will find my way. I will find my way. Yes, I will find my way.
Woo! All right, we have a whole series of very fun announcements, and look who it is. It's Kathy Angel. And Kathy's going to talk to us about Gourmets for Good. We're kicking off.
Right. David, could I have a drum roll, please? All right. Today, thank you. Today is the kickoff for our most popular, most fun, most important fundraiser of the whole year, Gourmets for Good. Yay! And if you don't know what that is, it's basically an opportunity that people in our community will put on some kind of event around food. And then the rest of us get to bid for a place at the table. And I always think of it as a win-win-win. Because one, people who like to entertain get to host a food event. Two, people who like to eat get to bid for a seat at the table. And three, all proceeds support CSL, our spiritual home. So today is our call out to invite those of you who might be interested to actually host one of these events. And just to get your juices going a little bit, I'm going to quickly go through the events that we had last year. A Tuscany retreat in Bellingham, Salmon on the Sound, Around the World in 8 tastings, Hop on the Breakfast Train, My Man Godfrey 1938 radio show, Clam Fritters by the Bay, that's Ronna and me, an old-fashioned Sunday barbecue, the artistry of food and fleece, Susha Island, Dougie's death-defying heart attack burgers, paella overlooking the bay, Tarot made easy, Guys and Grills, real men don't need recipes, a magical star party, and Cucina Povera. And we raised over $17,000 last year. Yeah. Now, if you hosted a dinner last year or one of these events, would you please stand up just so we can see who you were? All right. And if you attended a Gourmets for Good dinner, stand up. Let's see you. All right. Okay. So what this is community. And especially if you are new here, this is one of the best ways to get involved in community, to either host something or to attend, because you meet all these people. I can't even tell you how great it is. So basically, the big question is, are you ready to host this year? And if you think you might like to do that, you can visit our website, fill out an online form by April 6th. And if you have any questions, please come up. I'll be up here, and Sandy, and I'll be over by the doors. We can pivot very easily here. So we'll be over by the doors, and I'll be joined with Sandy and Susan, who are also on the committee, and Heather, and we will answer your questions and brainstorm with you. If you have a home but don't like to cook, or you like to cook and don't have a home or a location, y'all can pair up. So just if you have any interest at all, come over and talk to us, and we are going to look forward to another fabulous year. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. And truly, this is one of the biggest events at our center during the year, and it's a wonderful opportunity. So thank you for the team who's putting that together and getting things rolling today. The other thing that's happening today that's a significant event is our annual general meeting, and that will be today starting at noon, and there's some folks that are going to set up. There is a chili lunch going on. An important note is that if you are a member, we do need to have you sign in, because there will be, we need to make sure we have quorum, and there'll be some voting to approve certain things. And so if you are a member, please sign in the back by the entry doors. Our Fair Clara will have a table with the membership roster, and so that's an important step to do before the meeting begins. So thank you for that. And there's several announcements. I'm going to hit those pretty quickly. They are online, and they're also in the weekly email that comes out. But just to give you a little scoop ahead of what's going on tonight, Song Circle at 6:30. Then also coming up, we have Sound Bath Journeys, and the first one is coming up this Wednesday, and those are at 2 p.m. here in the sanctuary. And so that's going to be, there's a series of 3, but the first one will be coming up. And then we know it's spring when equinox is going on. Don't listen to the groundhog sometimes, but spring equinox, we're going for it. Spring, this is our next marker. Friday, March 21st, there is going to be an event that the ritual team is celebrating at 6 o'clock down in the lower meadow where the labyrinth is. And then coming up, we also have the monthly grief support group, and that's on the fourth Sunday at noon. And they're hoping to have you sign up at the Ask Me desk so they get a sense of how many folks are coming during that time. And then affirmative prayer. So Michael talked a little bit at the beginning about different ways that the practitioners support prayer. And another way is that we have some workshops on occasion. And so coming up at the end of the month, Sunday, March 31st at noon, Heidi Ruth and Andrea Wood, two practitioners, will be hosting a workshop about affirmative prayer. And it's a free offering. They would love for you to sign up at the Ask Me desk as well. And then on Wednesday, our next Spirit at Work, looking ahead to that, we have our Fair Ann Richardson, who will be the featured speaker, and that is on Wednesday, April 2nd. So that's another event to please sign up for at the Ask Me desk or online, and we'll get you set up for breakfast during that time. So thank you. That was a fast run of the announcements. Let us know if you need anything. Ask over here if you've got questions about Gourmets for Good. Members go to the back to sign in with Clara. If you're staying, not just to sign it, if you're staying for the meeting and we'll be voting, she's clear. Let's roll. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.
We're going to, if you are able and want to stand with us, we'll sing out into this glorious sunshine. Gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. Gonna climb this mountain, gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. Leave behind what's weighing you down, leave behind what's weighing me down, wash away what's holding me back. My heart is falling, face forward, feet on the ground, living in this courage I found. The sky is calling, gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time, 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 one step at a time. So great to see your faces today. We'll see you again real soon.